Hi, it's Christy, the CEO and founder of Meow Cat Cafe. It's finally October, and around this time of year I get really excited because for the next 3 months it's going to be my favorite holidays back to back to back, starting with Halloween. It's spoopy season, everybody, so I thought I would kick it off with some really cute DIY Halloween costumes for your cat. Hi, you want to come out? Hi. A little note before we begin, as cute as it is to see your cat dressed in a Halloween costume, it can be really stressful for some cats to be forced to wear a costume. In general, cats don't often like to wear clothes or costumes because it restricts their movement, and that can give them stress or anxiety. Hey, you knocked over my pumpkin. Some cats don't even tolerate wearing collars. When it comes to dressing up your cat for Halloween, just monitor your fur baby and make sure that you aren't unnecessarily stressing them out. Oh my gosh, now you're pooping too? So what are some signs of stress in cats? I, as well as most of the other employees at my animal hospital, am fear-free certified. This means we practice animal handling in a way that minimizes fear, anxiety, and stress, otherwise known as FAS or FAS. For cats, the Fear-Free website has a great infographic about how to distinguish the different levels of FAS in your cat. I would say there's a couple of main things to be looking out for to determine how stressed your cat is. Your cat's eyes might be dilated, their ears might go back flat against their head, their fur on their back and tail might become bushy. They could be holding their arms and legs close to their body, kind of like in a squat position. Their tails could be flicking back and forth almost aggressively, or they are actively trying to escape from you. It really is not worth it to get your cat so stressed out just so that you can have a cute photo op.
Speaking of FAS and cats, when I was trying to film the cats wearing the hats that I'm making in this video, they started portraying some of these signs of FAS, and it was mainly for the bigger, clunkier hats because those were the ones that interrupted their movement the most. But I thought this was the perfect opportunity to show you guys what to do when your cat is starting to seem a little bit stressed. And so here you can see that I tried to put on the witch's hat on the white and black cat twice, and he ran away each time. Because he's running away, he's showing me that he doesn't want to be here in this situation with me trying to put something on him. And so I chose to listen to him in that moment and not force him to continue wearing the hat. With the all black cat, he really tolerated most of the hats, and you'll see some really cute footage at the end of the video. But for the French fry hat, he just really didn't like it. It must have just been too weird or awkward to have on his head, but you'll see that he hunches up, his fur is raised, he starts backing up. It's very obvious that he does not like what's going on right then and there, and so immediately I removed the hat and we cut the photo shoot short right then and there when the cat started becoming a little bit stressed. I think it's super important to listen to your cat when they're showing signs of stress, and I'm sure that your cat will appreciate it as well. So with the rules of FAS, you really only want to try something stressful for a cat twice before letting it go, because the question always is it worth it to stress out your cat?
A less invasive way to dress your cat up this Halloween without putting them into a full costume is to play around with a bunch of different hats. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing in today's video. Here are a couple of easy DIY hats to make for your cat. Hat for your cat. Hat for your cat. Hat for your cat. So first we'll start off with the classics. We're going to be making a witch hat and a vampire costume.
So for the vampire costume, you're going to need cardstock. You'll need a red piece of cardstock and black piece of cardstock that is 7.5 by 5 inches. You'll need a collar that fits the cat, and you'll need double-sided tape. You're gonna need double-sided tape for each of these hats. And you're also going to need the double-sided tape to help stick the hats onto the cats. So the first thing to do to make this is to cut out this type of shape on a piece of white paper. It's really hard to describe this shape, so you can just take a look at it here and base it off of what I have. You'll be using this white paper to trace the pattern on the black and on the red pieces of paper. Once you have this shape traced on the red and black piece of paper, you can cut it along those lines. Then you will stick the red and black shapes together using the double-sided tape. Next, you'll cut the bottom section of the shape in the middle of it so that you can easily wrap it around the collar. Once you have that done, you can just fold the top gently so that it has a little nice curl to it. There's no real technique to this, you just kind of go slowly and gently until you like how it looks. Mine has this buckle that kept getting in the way when I was trying to wrap the paper around the collar, so I just cut a triangle where that buckle would fall so that it doesn't get caught on it. Then once the bottom of the paper is wrapped around the collar, you can just tape the loose ends together and then tape it to the back of the collar. And there you go, that's your final vampire cape look. Next, we'll be doing the witch's hat. What you'll need for the witch's hat is 3x3 inch black cardstock, and you'll need 2 of these. You'll also need double-sided tape. So first what you're gonna do is you're gonna cut one of the black pieces of paper into a circle with a 1.5 inch diameter. What I found that was easiest was to use the smaller end of a Dixie cup. This circle will act as like the brim of your hat. To make the pointy part of the hat, you're gonna take the other piece of black paper and fold it diagonally. Then you're gonna unfold it and fold it diagonally the other way. Once you have this kind of like X shape, you're gonna cut out one of those triangles. It doesn't matter which one, I just chose the one that was the sloppiest. Now you're going to hold on to one of the edges of the place that you had just cut out and wrap the rest of the paper around it so it forms this kind of cone shape. Once you have it shaped in a cone that you like, you just need to tape it into place and trim off the excess. Then we're going to secure the pointy part of the hat to the brim of the hat using the double-sided tape. And there you go, that's how you make the witch's hat.
Now that we covered the basic Halloween costumes, we can get a little bit more creative. Let's dress them up as famous cartoon cats. Here I'll show you how to turn them into the Cat in the Hat from Dr. Seuss and Luna from Sailor Moon.
Next, we're going to be making the hat from The Cat in the Hat by Dr. Seuss. What you'll need for this is a 2.5 by 4 inch white cardstock, a white circle cut in a 1.5 inch diameter using the Dixie cup method, and long strips of red cardstock that has a height of 1/2 inch. So the 1.5 inch white circle will be the brim of the hat again. And so what you'll do here is you're going to take the white rectangle and you're going to roll it up to have a smaller diameter than the brim of the hat. Mark your place on the white rectangle and tape it in place. Now you should have this white tube that is smaller in diameter than the white circle. Wrap the red strip at the top of the tube and the bottom of the tube. Once you do that, you can then put the red strip in the middle of the tube and make sure that it's even. Tape it in place using the double-sided tape. Now you're going to secure this top part of the hat to the brim of the hat using double-sided tape too. And there you go. That is the Cat in the Hat made. Okay, so this next one is going to be the easiest one to make. This is for the Luna from Sailor Moon costume. What you'll need is a 1x1 inch yellow square cut out of cardstock. So first you're just going to draw a circle as evenly as possible on the center of the cardstock, and then you'll draw a smaller circle at the top of that first circle. You're going to cut out that smaller circle, and easy peasy, you just created your little crescent moon that's going to go on Luna's forehead.
Okay, last but not least, this last section is my favorite. Since these guys were found in a KFC parking lot, I thought it would be fitting to give them hats based on fast food restaurants. And we'll start with the classic KFC Bucket Hat. Also, I'll be showing you how to make a McDonald's French fry hat.
So for the KFC Bucket Hat, we're going to need a 1.5 by 7 inch piece of white cardstock, a 1x1 inch of red cardstock, a picture of the Colonel printed out on regular printer paper, and the white circle cut out of a Dixie cup again. So your first thing you're going to do is you're going to wrap the rectangular piece around itself so that it overlaps. This gives the bucket a tapered appearance. Then you'll put your white circle inside of it and make sure that the white rectangle wraps snugly around it. You can mark the white rectangle where it fits best and tape it into place. Cut off the excess length of the white rectangle. Then you're going to cut the top of the bucket just to straighten it up a little bit. Next, you'll use the double-sided tape to stick the bucket onto its circular white base. Now you can cut the red square in half. Then cut out the Colonel and tape him into the middle of the bucket. Tape the red pieces around it. And there you go, there's your little KFC bucket hat. And oh my gosh, you guys, this is literally my favorite hat. It looks so funny on them. And the fact that these kittens are named after KFC, I think this hat just works so well. Okay, so last but not least, we have the French fry hat. So this one requires a little bit of origami, but it's not super difficult, so I think you guys can follow along. It's pretty easy. What you'll need for this hat is a piece of red cardstock that is 5 by 5 inches, a piece of red cardstock that is 1 by 1 inch, and a strip of yellow cardstock that is 1/4 inch by 12 inches. First, you'll take that 5-inch red square and you'll fold it diagonally. Then you'll fold it in half, but don't crease it all the way up. Just crease it at the bottom and then leave the top half uncreased. So unfold your triangle and mark about halfway between that crease that you made and the edges of the triangle. Fold the left edge over to this new mark and do the same thing with the right edge to the new mark. You're basically just folding this triangle into thirds. Once you've folded the triangle into thirds, you can fold that top flap down on both sides, so both the front and the back flap. Now you can open everything back up and tuck those two top flaps on the inside rather than having it on the outside. Okay, so fold the left side over again like how you had it before. And this time, instead of folding the right on top of it, you're going to fold the right and put it into the hole of the left side flap. go. Now you've made the container of the French fries. Now we don't want our French fries to fall out of the bottom of our container, so we're going to tape this little piece of red paper onto the bottom of it. Once you've taped it, you can just cut off the excess. To make the French fries, what you're gonna do is take that yellow strip and cut it at different angles in different sizes. Then you're gonna tape your little French fry pieces into the container. You'll tape it along the back edge and the front edge as well. And there you go, your little French fry hat is all done.
Alright, so those were a couple of different easy DIY costumes that you can make for your cat this Halloween. I know with everything that's been going on, Halloween is going to be a bit different this year, but that doesn't mean that we can't still dress up and celebrate at home. I want everyone to have a super fun Halloween, but also please, please, please remember to stay safe as well. Okay, that's all for this video. I hope it was informative for you. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube, follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and subscribe to our newsletter so you can stay up to date on what's been going on at Meow Cat Cafe. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you next time. Bye!